A warm welcome back to the channel, people, and this is the CYBERGUN FN HERSTAL FN P90. P standing for pretzel. I'm joking, it doesn't stand for pretzel, but you know me. I've always thought this looks like a pretzel. Come on, let's get this box open. Oh wait, and did I mention it's a limited edition version? Ha, you know me, I love an unboxing. Imagine if I didn't, this channel would be dead. All the haters wishing, but anyway. Oh, okay, I can see why this bad boy is limited edition. But first of all, we have an instruction manual that has some information for European countries and USA, Canada and American countries. As always, pretty decent, straight to the point, full photo, instructions. Yeah, I like that. So if you're the complete novice, this is pretty decent. Okay, so you also get an unjamming and cleaning rod, a very cool mag, and I love it with these P90 mags. Look inside of that bad boy right there. But if you look on the other side, that's where your BBs go, right up there, pretty much in the center. Cool. You also get a 9.6 battery pack with your Tamiya plug. You also get a speed loader, because I don't have many of these. And look, they even, my goodness, what's with the packaging? At least you know it's well packaged and secured. I hate that noise. Oh, anyway, you get a charger, and you know what I do with these chargers. Here we go. Nice bit of weight to it, and I tell you what, you may know this already, I've not always been a fan of the P90. I think they are some of the ugliest things on this planet, but I kind of changed my mind a bit, because remember the first one again that I did before? Yep, that monstrosity. I was putting that in the same category as this bad boy, and that's not fair, to be fair. This looks gorgeous compared to the other one. And it is growing on me, especially this P90 right here. Now straight away you can see what sets this apart from your standard P90. Look at the size of that skull. Ooh. And of course, this one, again, because it's CYBERGUN, fully licensed with all your licensed trades. Let's go through all the markings on this first before we go through the actual functionality of it. And you know what I've got to do, don't you? Let me complete that picture. Love the look of this mag. So yeah, you simply slot it in there like that. Now if you want to be tactical, you can slap, but this is Airsoft, okay? So I'm just gonna click. Come on now, would you look at this? So let's have a look at all the markings. Right there, as I said, marvelously large skull. And then right here, you've got your official FN HERSTAL trades. You also have it here, a unique serial number. And guess what? Because the P90 is a fully ambidextrous platform, the other side is an absolute carbon copy. So, starting from the back, you have your battery cover. And right here, you've got your fuse and your Tamiya plug. And I tell you what, as we're here, let's get the stock battery on there. I tell you what, look at the size of this label thing here. I'm almost tempted to tear it off, but let me just leave it. It's got some battery do's and don'ts on there. And as you can see, as if it was made specifically for this style of battery pack, it drops in nicely. And then you can just tuck your fuse, your cables and your plugs away. And I tell you what, this label. Now, I've just got to point out for any new ones out there, always ensure it's on safe and there's nothing in the mag, or even better, take the mag out or off before connecting the battery. And before I put the cover on, it's good that they've got that little pad right there just to cushion things, because look at where the cable is and the battery. If that pad wasn't there, over a period of time, those will get damaged, the cables. So yeah, it's good that that's there. Okay, so now that this bad boy is all powered up and ready to go, I'm going to just make sure it works. Now, I know there's nothing in the mag, so it's all good. I'm going to point it in a safe direction. Take it off safe. Does the pretzel work? Yeah, baby. Let's try a bit of full auto love. Woo! Right, let's get that back onto safe. Now, as I've explained in the past before, I don't mind dry firing. It's for your benefit and also mine, so I know that it works. There's always that sort of debate, should you dry fire? Airsoft platforms, okay? Check out Airsoftology. I think on one of his weekly shows, someone asked that question and he gave his opinion and answer on it. Yes, I'm a fan of that channel too. But yeah, let's do this. So, I've already pretty much shown you the mag. It takes about 68. Down the bottom here, you have your rear sling point. At the top of the pretzel, the P90, you have your mag release. And to get the mag off, you would deploy both at the same time. So it's not a case of just doing it on one side and forcing it off, even though you can. Personally, I like to grab both and Bob's your uncle. Oh, and again, look. It's even got one round right there simulating it being ready to be chambered. Love it. I couldn't help it. Now, as we continue, if I can draw your attention to this area right there, that's a little door, and if you open that up, that's where you adjust your hop up. You can see that wheel right there. As we move along, you have your fire selector switch right there, which is accessible again from either side. And as you can see, you have your safe, semi, and full auto. Back on safe. And down here is your mock ejection port. And as we're on the subject of mock, your mock charging handle. And even though it's mock, it feels pretty decent. Some of these other AEGs do not have a patch on this. Talking about patches, my new patch is out, people. Yes, the new Airsoft mic PVC 3D patch. Now, when we say 3D, I don't mean some sort of hologram. I mean, look, if you look from the side, can you see it's raised? The letters. Very nice design there. That's my new patch, people. It's finally here. It's in PVC. It's got a Velcro backing or hook and loop backing. And have you noticed something? It's got a funky new angle to it. Here's the original Airsoft mic patch. You can see how much of an upgrade it has now. Yeah, that was sort of like fabric and yeah. And it's, yeah, rectangular. But notice how the new one has a fancy smancy slant to it. To this side. I like it. Now, the lighting in the studio is really flooding this out. It's not doing it any justice because the top part, just like how my logo should be, is a sort of a grey effect, and then down there, I tell you what, hold on. That's better. Just turn the lighting down a bit. Can you see? Grey there, white there, and the same down there. Anyway, look, you can see it even better. If you want to grab yourself one of these, they will be available on the airsoftmic.com website, maybe in about a couple of weeks or so. If you're a level 3 VIP channel member, you know you're getting yours free, right? Cool. But yeah, other than that, you can cop these from the website when they're ready. And no, I haven't just got one or two. I've got a few of these things. No, really. I have. Yeah, back to the review. Right, got that out of the way. Now, as we continue, let's have a look at the construction of this thing. Now, as you know, it's a bullpup. Many people don't like them, but this is growing on me, okay? Benefit of a bullpup? Well, it's a small, compact platform, but because it's a bullpup, you still have a long inner barrel from about here all the way to there. Actually, just about from there. Pretty much where the BBs are being fed. Now, this being the platform that it is, predominantly made out of polymer. However, there's plenty of metal going on, and it does give it a nice bit of heft. For example, the whole rail system right here, metal. All of this is metal, all of that is metal, all of this is metal, although this piece right here is not. And naturally, you've got some metal internal parts, and of course, your flash hider, metal. And like I said earlier, if I take you around to the other side, it's almost identical. Ooh, and it doesn't say FN HERSTAL under the mag on this side. Do you know what else I love about this mag? Apart from the obvious, okay? If you look carefully in there, actually you can see it from the base too. I'm loving how the BBs are fed, look, and you can actually see it. It actually goes around. So as I said before, about 68 rounds. Okay, iPro on. One more. There you go. So there you go, it kind of started a bit low, but you know, once the spring settled down a bit, it rose up, and I think once it gets broken into, you know, breaks in properly, you're probably going to be getting about the 335, 340 FPS. Right, let's give it some full auto love. Oh! Loving that, and look at the FPS. That spring really is settling in. 352.6. You know, after a little while, that will kind of come down a little bit, I think. And yeah, even that there is okay for CQB. Some sites say 350 max. You know, there's a bit of leeway with certain sites. But look at that, 15 rounds per second. Now, just before I go for the accuracy test, have you noticed something? It looks as if it doesn't have its own set of sights. Well, it does. It's hidden away in the rail system. Have a look, see? Can you see that right there? There's the rear sight, and there's your front sight. Now, because they're like that, I wonder if I actually use the inbuilt sights on the rail system, how low will the BBs land? There you go, do you see what I mean? I was using those inbuilt sights within the rail system, and look how low these were landing. Granted, both went through the same hole, so it's a pretty precise little thing, this. However, I had to compensate for that. I could have stopped and fiddled with the hop up, but I decided to just move the system, the whole platform, the P90 up a little. And then look at that. Don't even get me started here, and don't even get me started there. In fact, it is all very perfect. And of course, you saw what happened down there on that target. So what are my initial thoughts on this beauty? I can't believe I just called it a beauty. I absolutely used to hate P90s, but I'm falling in love. It's not normal, is it? Look at it. It really does look like a pretzel. But anyway, love it. What's my initial impressions on this particular version? Well, for starters, it's a blooming good price. In the UK, you can pick one of these bad boys up for about $130, $140, around that sort of price mark. I'm guessing even cheaper if it didn't have the official markings. So if you're not too fussed about that, look around, use Google. In America, I'm not too sure. Have a look. I'll probably put something down in the video description. As always, out of the box, flawless. Apart from that whole sight thing, I'm not too happy about that. But again, a little fiddle of the hop-up could improve that. But as always, I value your opinions over mine because that's what the comment section is for. So do you have one of these? How has it worked out for you? Is it still running good? Has it failed you? Hit that comment section below because that's another thing I wanted to mention to you. It's all very well me doing all these unboxings and all that, but I always encourage you to look in the comment section because there's nearly always someone that's got something that I've unboxed or knows a bit more about a particular platform and will give you their opinion. They will tell you if it's gone wrong or how great it is. So check the comment section below. Right, no, my patches were not made by Logitech. Okay, so these, that will be for actually 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, for my level 3 VIP members. Yep, cool. Probably gonna choose a couple of people at random and give them a patch. When I go to my next gameplay day, I'll probably bring about 1, 2, 3, 4 with me. Yep, cool. I'll put a whole bunch on my website for people to buy. And yeah, and there's 1 or 2 particular people that has been with my channel from almost day 1. I want you to get in contact with me. I know who you are, or you know who you are. One of you, your name starts with the letter B. And the other one, the letter A. You have literally been on my channel, or should I say a subscriber, since day 1 almost. And when I say since day 1, I mean you've been like commenting, you've been watching, and yeah, you know who you are. Mr. B, Mr. A. Got a couple of patches for you. Now you're probably thinking, huh? Haven't I already unboxed one of these? Well, I've got an update for you. You know the first one that was sent to me for free and I didn't know where it came from? I found out where it came from. It was a gift. Eternally grateful, but I sent it back. Now, if you're wondering why I sent it back, it came from someone that I really, or should I say an organisation I don't really want anything to do with. No, it's nothing sinister or bad. It's just that if I accept it from them, they expect certain things from me on this channel. And I didn't agree to it, okay? Before I accept anything, I have to agree to the terms and conditions. And I didn't agree. So don't get me wrong, there's no hard feelings between me and that company. But I ended up getting another one. Now you're thinking, how on earth did you get another one? Well, I'm one of those that stayed up late at night for the second batch to come through. And unlike the first one that arrived, this one is actually properly sealed. Look, 2 seals, one there, one there. The first one only had 1 seal in the center and it was coming off. Right, so here we go.